In this video, we will go over some useful TLXE reports for grades 10 through 12 teachers mainly. I encourage you to press pause and play so that you can keep up with the video and follow along as well. To get to TLXE reports, click on a gradebook and a subject, and then click on the reports icon. There are many good reports in TLXE. Let's take a look at student summary. The reason I like this report is that you can select all your students and it will generate individual tasks with their marks for that particular student in one long report. So that down the line, if there's any kind of credit recovery or questions in the future, that you will have this report. It's also a good idea to have this report for your digital record keeping options. You can experiment with the different displays and options, but these are the ones that I like to use. In order to get all the students generated in this one list, if you click on the Shift button on your computer and click on the very first student, scroll to the bottom of the students, and then while holding that Shift key down, click on the last student. All those students will be selected. Under Tasks, I like to select All Task and Show Full Task Names. Click on Generate Report. This is an example of the Student Summary Detail Report. Notice it has the overall grade. It also has the individual outcome percentages and what was the weight for that outcome for the rest of the term. And again, if there's some kind of credit recovery going on in the future, you have a very detailed report of what the student completed and maybe what they need to work on. At the bottom of the report, it gives you an option to print or to save. If you save it as an HTML file, it's not super useful. So go to print, and you want to make it into a PDF. Currently, the division option is using Do PDF. You may also have Acrobat PDF as well. But for most people, you have Do PDF, and here's what you need to do. Make sure you select Do PDF as the printer. Click on Browse. Click on Locate where you want to save the file. Rename the file, so something that has the year, the class name, and the teacher name. And then click on Save. The very last step is to press OK, and it will save it to where you directed it to save. Sometimes that can be confusing, but once you do it a few times, you'll become an expert at it. The Class Spreadsheet Summary Option Report gives you all your tasks plus your students all in one list. The difference between this one and the last one is that it's harder to extract an individual student if needed from this report. But it's also good to have this one because it gives you your entire class in one easy list. These are some of the options that I like to use. Again, I like to click on Show Full Task Name. And under Display, the Legend and Spreadsheet is also a good selection. This is an example of that class spreadsheet summary. The tasks are at the top and they are numbered, and you have to do some calculation if you have lots of tasks in order to figure out what the percentage for that student was for that particular task. Again, you'd like to save this as a PDF as well. The last report we'll look at in detail is the Missing Grades report. This is nice because anything that you've entered into your gradebook as NHI, you can run a report and hand that to the students. So under the grade status, if you select NHI and then select the student or do the shift click idea where you can select all the students, make sure you click on the Show Full Task Name, and then you can generate a report and save it as a PDF. Some other reports that are useful are the gradebook setup, and that shows you how your gradebook is set up, and what you're looking for there is to make sure all the units and the categories are the same in both report periods and weighted the same. Another good one is the class list because you can print out a class list for fire drills or for class trips, and you can also have their pictures appear in there as well, and that's good for subs as well. You can also print a HomeLogic login to see how many parents and students are looking at HomeLogic for your class. If you have any additional questions, please contact the Instructional Technology team.